It's not like there's a big beat to this, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. It's the Mutants and Masterminds Monday. It's the pre-show. I see that we've got Apook and friends hanging out in the chat. You know we're doing villainy today.
Mm-hmm.
Such villainy.
Such perfect villainy. Hey, AJ Real. Ooh, nice. I've got to work on my... Oh, villainy. I don't have a good... I know, Crystal, you have a great laugh.
Tee-hee?
Exactly.
That is it. It's one of my favorites. Whoa. The tension.
Right?
I don't know that I can wait much longer.
You don't have to wait, Troy. You're the reason we're waiting.
Alex is rebooting, so
Okay. Well,
let's go.
Let's do this. You just wait for the music to end.
Wow, that was nicely timed, Steve. You're like, let's go.
Do this.
Let's do it. Hey, hello, everybody. It's Monday. Surprisingly, actually, I was a little like, whoa, what? Is it Monday? But it is, and that's exciting because it's Mutants and Masterminds Monday, and that means we get to hang out with everybody who's joining us in chat. We've got ourselves a Steve Kenson. We've got ourselves a Crystal Frasier, and an Alex who will be along shortly, and then, of course, tis I, your disembodied guy, Troy, and we're hanging out and talking about we're making villains, which I love. This is one of my favorite things that we do.
You love when we make things.
We spitball weird ideas for villains, basically every week at this point. So we thought it might be fun to just live on air put together a supervillain team out of whatever random ideas we can roll up.
Absolutely. And Sean Duggan just right out of the gate with some troublemaking, as a Sean is wont to do. Oops, that's not
I
it.
took a look at that, and I am fairly sure it is in error. But I will verify with Crystal about that. Probably, off show at some point, and we will get a definitive answer. But I'm pretty sure that is a mistake.
Yeah, I think that's just a phrasing error that didn't get caught.
Yeah.
So here's this. So there you go, Sean. How about this? So do posts here get sent to the stream? Sorry, I'm not very used to techie stuff, and my internet is halfway through dying at the moment. Well, it's alive enough to say yes to you, my friend. My friend, Sweet Breeze on Soft Grass, which is a very soothing, placid name. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're in Ireland. Well, top of the morning. Right? Is that? I don't know.
It's the evening.
No, it's actually late there.
I mean, top of the day, the night. I mean,
top of the nightcap, if anything.
Exactly. I mean, shillelagh and all of that. Hey, look who it is! It's a friend, David Bodie. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you as well. Yeah. So villainy is afoot. It really is. I hate feet. They're so gross. But in addition to afoot, it's also what we're doing today. Do we want to dive into it? Because now we've done, it's kind of like a cooking show.
Yeah. Troy, do you have ideas or anything you want to pitch before we really dive into this?
Well, I do. I have an idea that I've really thought a lot about, and I think I want to create like a kind of a tortured a nun turned to villainy.
No.
Her name is Sister Christian, and she can only communicate. She's a telekinetic, but she can only communicate using Night Ranger lyrics.
No. No, I shouldn't have given you that opening. I meant you have any products you'd like
Right.
to plug.
Products, absolutely. I've got this new idea for a product called Sister Christians. No, I'm kidding. I do actually. I've got some exciting stuff. So my nonsense aside,
Right.
let us do this. I'm gonna flip out. No, I'm gonna go to this share screen, and I'm gonna say, take a look at this because we have released Death in Freeport, and you
Cool.
can see it right, y'all.
No.
Here you go. It's Death in Freeport, $9.99, and you've got it's a bundle. It's a bundle of fun. You've got maps with dynamic lighting. You've got an additional bonus map for per, which I'm certain we mean pre-generated characters, and
Mhm.
No, they're per generated.
they're per. That means they're
Right.
perfect in every way. The 5e compendium integration. That means that the subclass will work within 5e. That's the 4 new subclasses that we've
Nice.
introduced.
Mhm.
The 3 new backgrounds, new monsters and NPCs. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so it's Alley Rat, Buccaneer, Serpentkin, and Valor Domain, and then Historian, Privateer, and Street Knight for the backgrounds. And
Hmm.
let me pull up where are them tokens. I thought I saw some art, but anyway. So oh, you're there. It's the art pack, which has a lot of groovy tokens created by the VTT team. This one in particular, kudos goes out to Jonesy, who was very, very excited about this and did a
Nice.
phenomenal job. So the other thing that we've got is the Expanse. So we've got
Yeah.
Absu's Bounty has so I just went nuts yesterday. I just kind of went a little. I was just like, I've had it. I've had it. I'm waiting for this, and we just released it all. So that's Absu's Bounty is out there. We've got a functioning character sheet, but here's the thing for people to remember: that character sheet is it's a work in progress. It's going to be
Hmm.
developed, changed, and sort of improved. And we'll be working with our friend Richard, who helped us with the Mutants and Masterminds sheet.
Mhm.
Timing and all of those things just didn't quite line up, but the character sheet works fine.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's
yeah,
probably a good time to point out that Absu's Bounty isn't one adventure, but 5 separate
Hmm.
adventures.
that's
Indeed.
right. That's right. Now we say, yeah, you've got 6 pre-gen characters in there. We've put it 58 new NPC tokens. You've got dynamic lighting, updated character sheet, all of that good stuff, and it's ready for you to download. But in addition to that, we've also included the Ganymede insurance job.
Oh,
We've
Nice.
got salvage ops, and we've got cupbearer.
Hmm.
And those are all available in the Roll20 store. And
That is a lot of expanse adventure.
it's expansive. It's an expansive list of expansive stuff. And kudos goes to really, this is a whole team effort, but super kudos to Pook, who's on the VTT team. He and I colluded and got all this stuff ready to go. I think it looks phenomenal. We've got the breakdown of all the things. Just it was really nice to be able to get that stuff out of my face. Into everybody else's face.
Right.
Yeah, so check it out. Yeah, pick it up. Again, the adventures are going to be $4.99, and Abzu's Bounty because it's a lot. There's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff going on in Abzu's. That's going to be $24.99. So check that out. I think that's all I've got. Have I forgotten anything?
I think that's everything. We
Thank you,
could probably
Jonesy.
mention that Steve and I wrote some of those adventures.
We
You
did. Yes.
You did. Which ones did you touch?
I wrote one of the adventures for Absu's Bounty, 2
Hmm.
kinds of. I am blanking on the rest of the title. It's 2 kinds of something.
Two
It's more
kinds
than one kind of something.
It's more than one kind of
Right.
something created by you, and I love it. I love it. And Steve, you mentioned Cupbearer online.
I
Which
did. I wrote Cupbearer. I wrote the first adventure in Abzu's Bounty. And I think that's it. And have we done, and when we did Salvage Op as well. So I wrote
we
that one
did,
too.
yeah. Nice. Well, that's awesome. and I am wondering. It's like, do we have that list broken down of all of the adventures in Abzu's Bounty? And I don't think we do, actually.
Oh, we should probably
We
post
talk
that
about
with
it.
it.
Oh yeah,
I think so. We need to let everybody know, sort of.
be good
Uh,
marketing copy.
Heck yeah! So we'll do that. You hear us, right, Pook? But okay, well that's phenomenal. Now that that's kind of out there into the wild, go check that out at Roll20 net. That's actually marketplace.roll20.net. Check the chat. If you're listening to this later, you'll see a link in there from Jonesy. But it's there and it's ready to go. And
Yeah. I was
Cool.
hoping we'd
oh
buy enough time
shoot,
here to get Alex on board.
I know. Not quite here yet, but that's one big reboot. Um, but yeah. Oh. Speak of the da da da. You
We made
made
it.
it.
Somebody's here on his phone.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
day 2 of a 2-week dog sit, and the Wi-Fi is down, so it's gonna be a great couple of weeks.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
well,
no.
we're glad that you're here. You MacGyvered your way onto the internet and you've connected to the stream. It looks like we are good to go. And Alex, we were just talking about the big stuff that we launched because we did all the Expanse stuff, and we've got Freeport out there. And now today we're doing Villainy, and
Yeah.
let's dig in, Crystal.
So yeah, our concept here is we are taking the random hero generator from Mutants and Masterminds to put together a team of 5 pre-generated villains who, aren't world-shaking, wahaha, nefarious villains. They are, workaday villains who are out there earning their keep. Who are an even match for the players. So these are villains you can toss in, as a team to oppose your heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I love the concept of the workaday villain. Just
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we figured we'd make it a team. We'd give them some kind of common core theme or concept, and we would ask the chat what the villain team concept is, and then we take these random concepts and try to shoehorn together a name and a costume and a personality or origin, and give you a semi-functional team of mook level supervillains that you can use in your own fights, and then eventually we will release them all on the Patreon for you to download and enjoy. No, we're not making a nun.
Oh, somebody just mentioned something. What did they say? How about a nun? Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
Troy, wake up.
All right. Nuns for you, for me.
So yeah, chat. What kind of weird theme? Like, we're thinking these guys are on par with, the Serpent Society or the Circus of Crime or the Fearsome Four. Although I hope their concept is more interesting than there's 4 of them.
Right. Well, there's 5 of them for one thing, so they're already one more interesting than that.
They could be the Fearsome 5. Original title, Do Not Steal.
Okay, I like the feel. I like this idea. A 60s retro villain.
Oh, 60s retro villains. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As in, like, we hail back to the cheesiness of 60s villains, or these are like the Mod Squad.
Right.
Oh my god.
Are you good, Alex?
I'm good. I dropped something.
Okay.
Oh, oceanic villains. That's a good possibility.
Oh.
Huh.
If we had one more, they could be the Deep Six. But
wow.
I mean, if we really
Twins.
get to work fast, we can Deep Six them.
Can someone be twins?
No, they're villains. Oh, there we go. Villains in their 60s.
Villains in their 60s. The septuagenarians.
That's so funny. Jonesy's saying mod.
All right, so groovy 60s concept.
Okay. I do like that mod look, so that's kind of thinking of what was that that really old
what are
the
things from
Spies,
the 60s?
the Spies, there was a man and a woman,
Oh, the
And
Avengers?
Think about the
Pretty sure that
Avengers.
name's
That's
been
it.
taken.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like
Yeah, I'm
something,
pretty sure we can't use that.
right? Yeah, but something kind of like that in that style, that sort of 60s
Hmm.
mod.
All right.
Ah, so they're like one of those 1950s diners, except they're a villain team.
Right.
Ugh. The nostalgic five? I don't know.
The
Right.
nostalgic five. What was going on in the 60s outside of the tumult?
X-Men #1?
Yeah. The whole beginning of the Marvel Universe. The Silver Age of comics.
Yeah. The space race, hippies, LSD,
Hmm.
the Beatles.
They're really pushing the 60-year-old villains.
Yeah, right.
Let's
I mean,
see.
we can go with the 60-year-old villains. I just think your tables are going to feel real awkward about kicking grandma down the stairs.
Right?
Right.
Yes.
You'd think. You'd think. You know.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So something
So
more
Go-go
campy for
boots.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Bouffants,
Yeah.
day-glow
Well,
clothing.
we could go with, sort of psychedelics. We can go with
Ooh,
hippies.
I like that. Oh, you
You
know what?
know.
Why don't we could do one of each, I mean, kind of one of each, really. I mean, if we
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
All right, so Steve, do
Sure.
you want to go with the villain you rolled and introduce them to our crowd?
Okay. So we've got. I rolled the warrior archetype, and for abilities, I rolled the otherworldly package. So we're off to an interesting start. They're obviously somebody who's not from around here, so far as that goes. And for advantages, you roll. You had the warrior has their set advantages, and then you're rolling 2 packages of advantages. So I got survivor, which is die hard and great endurance and ultimate toughness, and I got daring. So they're clearly somebody who's seen some stuff, but it obviously hasn't blunted their willingness to just jump in and get things done. For their skills, I rolled the military package, which is interesting. It suggests they've either got a military background or military training, which is kind of an interesting character for if we're going with our 60s theme. Somebody involved in one way or another at one point with the military industrial complex. So then I did powers, and I got the dreaded aquatic package.
Oh no.
So this character is definitely somebody who's a water breather, who has enhanced stamina, and they're a powerful swimmer and have all of the sort of Aquaman, Submariner things going on, and they've got a unique weapon, which is their other combat ability of some kind, and their weapon is a dimension cutter, which means that they can use it to cut rifts to allow them to travel to other dimensions.
So
Nice.
They did say they were otherworldly. That kind of works out perfectly.
Right? So they are otherworldly, so maybe that's how they got here.
So what? So I'm thinking this is probably our leader who, escaped the 1960s with their dimension cutter and, has just not aged since.
Right?
And their dimension
well be.
hopping has probably changed how they age. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
It could be.
aquatic plus military makes me think the Rainbow Warrior, but I don't know if Greenpeace was around back then.
Right. Or somebody who had military training and then has sort of had a change of heart, and decided that, now they, don't want to be involved in warmongering anymore, but they're going to use their abilities in some different way.
What do you think, chat? Do you have any suggestions for this? Like,
They could be a Vietnam conscientious objector.
hear me out.
Yeah.
Sergeant Pepper.
I kind of like that. Like that whole just theme it kind of around that whole Beatles moment.
I mean, they could have been a super soldier experiment of some kind.
I do like. Let's see here.
His aquatic powers are derived from being bitten by a yellow submarine, or he can turn into a yellow submarine.
I
right.
like that. Sure.
Like some kind of okay. What about like a Project Blue Book experiment combining LSD with the super soldier formula?
Oh wow!
Or some alien DNA of some kind.
Oh.
Uh,
And then how does the weapon come in?
Well, that's a good question. Is where does the weapon come from?
Well, that alien DNA. Maybe there was some kind of an explosive sort of. Is this person? Were we kind of moving towards a hint of environmental like?
Not really. That
Could
was
be.
just one random idea. I mean,
Yeah,
they could.
Because what I was thinking
Aquatic
is like,
characters are often environmentalists because that's where we dump everything.
that's right. We're pooping up their homes.
So they tend to get very sensitive to that sort of thing.
Well, what if this was a person who was, especially trained and all of this stuff, and then turned because of the, seeing the impact of pollution, which is really, kind of the 60s is where some of that started. That
We're reading a pretty serious and a relatable character, though. So
that's
this is
true.
Right.
a Luke villain, so they need
Right.
a cheesy name, and they need a not super sympathetic background because these are goons that you punch in the face.
Okay.
Right.
But
That
I
is
like the
true.
idea of like touching a rainbow sword or a rainbow blade infused somebody with psychedelic powers.
Right.
and-
Right.
I mean,
like
the
that.
the aquatic could just be a side effect of not being wholly there anymore. I don't know.
Could be.
Hear me out.
poop.
He's written by a radioactive bong.
Bong,
Ugh.
like one for marijuana.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I like the sort of abducted by aquatic fae concept to a certain degree.
I do like that. That
Yellow
is
Submariner.
Yeah.
Alexander says, a child that was abducted by aquatic fae, rescued by a World War II hero, and he displayed all of his water-based abilities. Okay.
So if we're focusing on the military background and the weapon, and this guy is presumably, and since this guy is ultimately a bad guy, what about, ex-military involved in some smuggling, underground sort of criminal activity, who gets a hold of this legendary ancient Atlantean weapon, and that transforms him into this, sort of legendary Atlantean, warrior type.
Oh, it plates him in some kind of gold armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's where we can steal the yellow submarine.
That's where we can steal the yellow submarine bit from.
Right. And I've got to tell you, chat is on fire with Yellow Submariner.
Yellow Submariner.
All right, I'm making some quick notes so we can write all this down.
Okay.
Right.
What kind of weapon, as I'm making my notes? Some kind of melee weapon is all we know
Well,
right now.
the classic aquatic weapon would be like a trident, but it could also be a sword or something like that. I mean, if we want to go for the full-on underwater camp, it should definitely be a trident.
Yeah. Can you swing an anchor on the end of a chain?
You
That's
could,
too Popeye.
but
That would
right.
It is a dimensional cutter.
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
Open the dimension.
Could be a knife. Ooh, chat suggests a giant claw.
Claw?
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
It's propeller.
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
Spinning, like a spinning shield sort of deal.
That's
Or
Mhm.
cool.
buzzsaw on his gauntlet.
Right. A harpoon. That's a good possibility.
Oh yeah, harpoon is also a good one.
What's something that he could have from the Titanic? Magical
A door
Intense
big enough to
regret.
hold 2 people.
Right? Please. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, a subtle knife, but
The subtle knife.
Explain the subtle knife.
oh, the subtle knife is a reference to the His Dark Materials trilogy.
Mhm.
Ah.
It's a knife that can cut through the dimensional fabric and let you hop from place to place. It's sharp
Mhm.
enough to slice through anything, and in the end, it's very important for killing God.
Got you.
Right.
Well, sweet.
As you might expect.
As one would expect. Yeah. Oh,
All right,
it's
and does he have
interesting.
any kind of theme or
Uh,
like besides?
Well-
Why do all of our like tough armored types end up being aquatic in this edition?
I know. Funny, right?
There's trawler, there's ultramarine, devil ray.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing,
It's tough down there.
right? Well, it is. It's a lot of
Yeah,
pressure
yeah.
down there.
So yeah, does he have any MO? Like we don't want him to be an exclusively aquatic villain. Does he have like
Mhm.
a personality wise?
Well,
What's his shtick? Is he
I
just
I
a big?
I guess that although he started out as a smuggler, so he's probably motivated by greed, the one thing. But he got a real taste of power from this weapon, and so now, his ambition has sort of expanded to, in addition to just having enough wealth to live the good life, he wants more power. So it's like finding and stealing artifacts or other weird trinkets or gizmos that he thinks can enhance his powers in some way, in spite of the fact that he basically doesn't know what he's doing, which can't possibly ever go wrong.
The crustaceous cabal.
Oh no, you guys had your chance to pitch a weird animal theme. We're going with
Right.
mod 60s now.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I
Yes,
think we can safely
and-
assume that all of these people are probably altering their mental states somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Chances are.
Aqualung. Okay.
Aqualung.
Sure.
That's good.
Definitely
All
right.
right. Complication wise, we've got a motivation. Does he have any weaknesses? Does he have a nemesis? Does he have a phobia or an obsession? Come on,
The name
chat.
Aqualung implies he plays the flute.
Hmm?
The name Aqualung implies he plays the flute.
I think that's for another. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's just a bad. That song drives me nuts.
Right.
But yeah. So we're talking like, is he have a fear of heights?
I don't remember anything about the Yellow Submarine. Maybe he's afraid of
Right.
octopuses?
No,
And
there's
their
something.
gardening skill?
And there's like a blue meanie involved in that.
Oh, are his powers ineffective against the color blue?
Of blue.
Mm.
Super ironic for an aquatic character.
Well, maybe that's why the Atlanteans weren't using this weapon.
Right. We thought this weapon was great. It turns out it has a one big flaw.
Oh, this is interesting. I just want to throw it out there. I love the concept.
Oh yeah,
Any
like
weapons out of... Oh, yeah.
the water bearers. Yeah, those are pretty cool, I gotta say.
Yeah, maybe we tweak his dimensional travel for like short range teleports.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Polajek brings up something kind of interesting. Like, could a weakness be if he's out of water, starts to kind of suffer from that sort of what do they call that when you're? It's
The
the
bends.
bends,
The
but
bends?
what is that decompression syndrome?
Yeah,
Mhm.
decompression
Yeah.
sickness.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe it's more the more he uses his powers.
I like
Mhm.
that.
Decompression syndrome.
Right.
Because otherwise, we have to have this whole team's operating near the water most of the time, and
Right,
that-
right.
then we might as well just make them an aquatic team.
True that. All right. So do we need to move on? We spent quite a bit of time on
Yeah,
our
we've spent a
first
while.
character.
Now, who rolled up the martial artist?
I did several characters
Oh,
because it was fun.
fair enough. All right, let's move on to my character. Wait, did Troy
Yeah.
roll up a character?
No, I did not.
Now we were going to make Troy do it on screen on live, but he can also use one of mine.
All right, so
I do have an idea, but you go first. You go first.
Yeah. So I rolled up a shapeshifter, and I rolled up the most boring character. So for abilities, I rolled everyman. So my
Mhm.
individual has a 2 for every ability score. For advantages, I got fast reaction and speed. So improved initiative and move by attack and defensive roll and evasion. So those would all be great if I had great speed-based saves to match, but not so much. For skills, this person is an adventurer and also a researcher. So we've got some
the
athletics
most generic
and
skills
close
possible.
combat, right? Either 2 different kinds of expertise or 1 expertise that they are really good at, and then some technology skill. So this is probably our team, like technical expert, although not that much of an expert because again, 2 in intelligence and no inventing. And then for powers, it's just straight up 9 ranks of variable. So,
Mhm.
and it's a move action. So basically, once per turn is a move action, they can shapeshift into something else. I'm thinking with our 60s mod theme, somebody hallucination based, or the pink
Mhm.
elephant, or like tune in,
Oh, I like that.
like a shape-shifting Dr. Leary. I
You
don't
definitely
know.
have wiggle room for like design and personality and stuff like that. I feel like.
Hmm?
I think you have the most wiggle room for personality and design.
Yeah, I'm thinking, one way or another, it's probably like their powers and expertise are probably chemistry based. Oh,
That would make sense.
Sean Duggan suggests out there fashion designer.
Mhm.
Okay, I like that. Like kind of a
Yeah.
sort of a who's the guy that did the Campbell soup thing?
Oh,
You're talking about
Andy
Warhol?
Warhol?
Yeah, like people who hung out in that sort of circle.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. They could be
Yeah.
a chemistry type who, takes random formulas to transform.
Ooh.
Maybe.
But
I
Sean Duggan's talking about the notion of like an artist whose crazy concepts manifest in one way or another,
the modernist.
right?
Yeah, what if it was something like, what if it was art related, and because paint and something happened, like you can sort of paint yourself into something else.
Oh, yeah, there was a great Darkwing Duck villain with that theme, Splatter Phoenix.
Splatter Phoenix, I love it.
Right.
But yeah, her power was she could toss you in, like cover you in painting and shove you into a painting and you'd take on its properties.
Ah.
But I like the idea of like experimental hallucinogenic paint that transforms their body.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. And then people look at you, you're painted as whatever that is. That's interesting. That could be definitely trippy.
Sort of a weird psychedelic version of the tattooed man almost.
What if people put somebody into the screen and they would just scream and build them?
I didn't pick up any of that, Alex.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Alicia, do you might have a like a earbud with a mic on it, or unfortunately you come up a little muffled. It sounds like you're talking into coconuts.
Let me futz around with it. I'll see what I can figure out.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
you're coming through.
It's
fine
better when it's
there.
closer to you like that.
Yeah.
And I'll just hold it close to my face.
Oh yeah, it comes in and out, unfortunately.
Face off my phone. That helps sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had looks like a name. Not impressionist.
Although that's not bad.
That is
but
pretty good.
That would be for like an 1890s villain.
Right.
I
How
kind of
about,
like using Warhol in there if we can come up with a cool first name.
Right.
Splotch Warhol, or is that just too close to Splatter Phoenix?
I don't know.
what about
Mandy.
what is it?
The Mandy Warhol.
Mandy, yeah.
Ah.
The dandy Warhol has already been taken. It's a bad name. I was thinking the same
Avant-garde.
thing. I was thinking of Avant-garde.
Chiaroscuro.
Oh, that's good. I like
What
that.
is it? Chiaroscuro?
Yeah,
Chiaroscuro
it's
it's playing with intense light and intense dark with sharp divides between them.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Oh, avant-garde is good too.
Yeah.
right.
All right. So yeah. So that gives us like an expertise in art and an expertise in chemistry for their their skills. Are they better at art or are they better at chemistry though?
Oh, chemistry, because they're a frustrated artist.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Their genius has not been recognized.
That's
And
right.
it never will be at this rate. So complications. We've obviously got some power loss when she can't access her paints.
Hmm. She really needs a complication called painted into a corner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of like she's just been doused in these like hallucinogenic paints, but she needs art supplies to shape it.
Yeah.
Right.
Better art through
Motivations.
chemistry.
Motivations. I'm thinking fame.
Yep.
Envy.
But fame as a chemist, and she hates it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, she wants recognition for her art.
Art.
I do
Love
like
it.
the idea that she's a renowned chemist and hates it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was her fallback career.
Yes.
Yeah,
that
totally.
was her safety career.
Right.
Yeah. Better art through chemistry. Exactly.
That's right. Yeah. Loving it. This is what we call welcome to Crystal's typing.
Sorry, it's a very clacky keyboard.
ASMR. It's
Right?
very
It's
satisfying
very
to hear.
soothing.
It's very yeah. Careful slighted artists sometimes become fascist dictators. That is true.
There is precedent.
Ooh,
Yeah.
There is precedent. Yeah.
And sometimes successful artists also. All you have to do is look at the game industry.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. Oh.
All right. So how do we feel about moving on to cover Alex's villain?
Do it. Alex, how's your audio?
Is my audio okay?
It's okay.
Better.
Okay. I turned off noise suppression, so hopefully that fixed it up.
That was it.
So I rolled up Totem as my random character. The ability set is Arthropod, so my totem is a spider, scorpion, wasp, or even an insect swarm. The advantages I rolled up some behavioral advantages, the mystic type, so assessment, ritualist, and trance. And social advantages were altruistic, where you value the group over the individual, with inspire, interpose, and leadership. And this is the upsetting one. The skills for the origin skills, I rolled awakened. So you are an unusual member of your species with a human intellect and perhaps even a human form. Which led to disposition skills dominating for athletics, intimidation, and perception. And the arthropod I rolled up was wasp. So I think she is an awakened wasp queen who is
I'm thinking you've
Some-
got to go by
horrible.
Vespa.
yeah
Vespa,
something like
yes. Queen Vespa.
And I know we weren't supposed to do this, but I was thinking a little bit. And I was like, what if
No,
somebody-
Alex, what are you doing?
Okay.
You can't think.
you know, what if somebody was trying to solve the bee extinction crisis and they grabbed a wasp for the experiment on accident?
Oh.
Ah.
Mm.
Were they trying to use magic to solve the crisis? Because why does she have mystical skills?
It's got to be just a very erstwhile Hogwarts student. Because I was like,
that.
oh, this could be a fun, like, Poison Ivy villain where technically she's right. Don't stop her. But wasps don't contribute anything to the pollination of plants. They just hate you.
That's right. They just eat all the bees and do mean things.
Some of them eat spiders.
That's true. Yeah, and your hamburgers.
But
Have you ever had like wasps come to your picnic and try to fly away with all your food, all the meat? It's so gross.
I think you're thinking of like a Dungeons and or of a Donald
Right.
Duck cartoon.
I might.
I was going to say, if you literally had wasps carry food away from a picnic,
yes,
that's
I
impressive.
have. It's grody. They come.
I've
and
never.
They take their little pinchers and pinch off pieces of hamburger. It's so gross.
Mhm.
That's
No, not that
terrifying.
kind of wasp, Apook. Those are more passive aggressive.
That's so great. Yeah, I do believe we've already designed a Karen. We don't. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely somebody who's, got some kind of retro hippie aesthetic, I'm thinking.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that sort of like just that what do they call those?
Like
lamb-
a nature
lava-
child.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
right. A very flower child sort
Sure.
of thing going on.
Daisy chain in the hair, kind of denim bell bottoms.
Except she's an awakened wasp who's human sized.
Right. Except she's a human-sized, humanoid wasp, which is not at all creepy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where's that human-sized wasp? That is
Right.
yeah.
So we clearly have some tension going on now between Vespa and Yellow Submarine because they both think they're in charge.
Oh, yeah. Could be a way to disrupt the whole party or disrupt the team.
Yep.
Vespa doesn't think she's in charge. Vespa is in charge. Yellow Submarine.
Right. Yes. Vespa knows she's in charge. Yellow Submarine merely thinks he's in charge.
Yellow Submariner. We don't want to get sued.
Right.
That's right. Godzilla game says you mean Firefly? Like you mean the bug? Or the
No, that villain would just get canceled immediately after one issue.
exactly. Yeah. They'd
No,
start their
they get
conversations out
13
of order.
appearances.
That's right. 13 appearances, but it'd be out of order. So
Right.
let's see. She could be human sized, but not human shaped.
Nope, absolutely not.
So she looks human, just maybe with like a wasp waist.
Godzilla's talking about a Batman villain named Firefly. I see.
Firefly.
Ah. Okay. What's her motivation?
Really? I'm not sure about this
Save
one.
the planet.
It's to save the planet, yeah.
by
But she's a
exterminating
wasp.
humans.
Her motivation is
Right.
fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. It really is. It's like, yeah.
Sorry, guys. There's a human-sized dog barking at my face.
Wait, what? Right now, for real?
Yeah, he's over here. This is-
Oh.
This is Argo.
What a good dog.
buddy. He's like, what you
Hi, buddy.
doing?
Wanted to
I'm
be a
talking
hero.
to the people.
I don't know, David Bodie. She wanted to be a hero, or she wanted to become a hero and save the world, but her looks kept her from being seen as a hero. I mean, that's a great hook, but it's too
It's too
sympathetic.
sympathetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Mook material.
Yeah. She's actually a 200-pound wasp who's disguising herself
Mhm.
mentally. Well,
Yeah, how does being a wasp fit into a '60s theme, though? Aside from the word Vespa kind of being or sounding 60s-esque.
Right.
Wait.
Let's see.
Well, like a lot of the villains, she could, because it sounds like if we're aiming for kind of jobberish villains, she could be interested in the money, but in Vespa's case, it's also because although she likes the power of her waspish form, she also wants to continue her evolution or development or the like, and so she needs further scientific experimentation, or maybe even she's dependent on certain formulas in order to maintain her awakened evolution, and she doesn't want to revert to being a non-intelligent wasp
but her
again.
origins are mystics, and she's got mystic abilities. She's got ritualist and expertise.
Maybe she's annoyed that she's awakened. She wants to become unawakened as quickly as possible.
So
because existential dread sucks.
So is she trying to stop something to go back to sleep? Is she trying to are people too noisy?
Like Mod Wasp?
Well, we can always go with she wants to do the giant ritual to transform other people into wasp people. Because what's a queen without drones?
That feels more like a mastermind plot, though.
Yeah, but that's a little kind of mastermindy.
Yeah.
David Bodie, we did talk about this. Yeah. White Anglo-Saxon Protestant is sort of that waspy kind of thing.
What powers does she have? As a wasp, she's got acute smell, dark vision, range touch. She's got a cupulin.
She can touch you from far away.
Just those antennae just reaching out and just rubbing your face.
But it looks.
She's got.
But it looks like her main thing is that she can fly and she can poison you.
Yeah, she's got a stinger, which is damage 8 plus affliction 8, and then she's got flight. Probably very loud flight.
Right, definitely that loud hum.
And she has a craving for hamburger at a picnic.
And she's also got a craving for hamburger.
She's got the Yogi Bear motivation. She just wants all the picnic baskets.
She wants all the picnic baskets.
Dominating. She doesn't have a perform skill.
Well, we could always tweak it, but...
Stealth, perception, intimidation, and
intimidation.
Yeah, intimidation definitely tells me Queen Bee type.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a plus 12 in intimidation because her presence is 0, but she will bully you into telling her she's pretty.
Oh, this is interesting. Bees can communicate through dance. Maybe that's how you do it.
Yeah, but again, wasps have no, artistic value. They're just like, screw you.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, they have those cool, sharp angles and mixed with curves that were all over, 60s designs.
So lots of mystic stuff combined with leadership, inspire, and intimidation. To me, says kind of cult leader.
Cult leader.
Yeah,
I think that's right. Yeah. That feels right.
Especially combined with that 60s aesthetic.
Oh, sure. Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, sort of building a cult of personality or...
I don't know what that is, John. It's not showing up in chat.
We're tying ourselves in knots, I think.
A blue peanut.
I don't know. Do we want to... We've got 10 minutes left. Do we want to have Troy roll up a random villain real quick and start thinking about it?
I'd love to, and I've got a little tiny bit of an idea, but
no, you don't come into this with ideas. We just roll.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
So
you get what the dice give you.
And I'm rolling a D20. Yeah.
Yep. I got my book open right here, Troy.
It's a square knot, says David. Okay, so let me see. I'm rolling, and I've got a 17.
17 is a totem again.
Oh, it's another totem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A Troy totem.
Detroit.
Troy's about to be a
Troy.
wasp too.
I am.
If
Too
Troy
late.
rolls up another wasp, then that
We
would
all
be
leave.
awesome.
All right, Troy, roll for us.
Okay, the roll is 5. This isn't really about score. It's more about just random.
Avian.
Avian.
Ooh.
Ah.
Bird.
All right. Abilities. I mean, that's already kind of built in.
Right.
So, as an avian, your villain is high agility, pretty good stamina, shockingly. High awareness, good dexterity and strength. Completely unremarkable presence or intellect.
Oh
Mhm.
no! So not really a mind chicken.
Not really. No.
More of a bird brain.
So close to a second wasp has got
All
more
right.
of a bird brain. Yeah.
So, advantages. You get a set of behavioral advantages and a set of social advantages. So, roll another d20.
And it is a 20.
You got sneaky.
Sneaky.
You're a sneaky
Nice.
bird. All right,
Sneaky
Bird. I
and
like it.
roll another d20.
Little 5.
Altruistic, which do we want to go
Okay.
with that? Because Alex already has altruistic.
No, I
That's
don't think
true.
so.
Vespa.
Yeah, that's too much altruistic.
Yeah, that's too much
Yeah,
altruism for
Exactly.
a villain team.
More like a stinky chicken, says a pook. You're funny. You're funny.
Give it
All
another
right.
roll higher than a 5.
All right, here we go. Roop. It's a 15.
15. You are egoistic.
Ah, ha, ha, that's more like it.
Right.
You're
Opposite
a
of
pretty
opposite.
bird.
I'm
Favorite environment, choose one. Great endurance and uncanny dodge.
Now we're starting to sound more like a villainous pigeon.
Yeah. I don't know why my mind went to a peacock.
So
Mm,
skills,
sure.
you get origin skills and disposition skills. So roll another d20.
Alrighty, rolling 8.
8. You are an invocation. You are granted powers by calling on animal spirits.
So someone summoned me, or I can summon animals.
No, you can summon the power of the bird.
Mhm.
Some kind
Nice.
of 60s bird. So I'm guessing the Rocking Robin.
You know,
Right.
Oh my-
I'm really feeling like peacock was kind of a trope of the time, right? Like
All
it
right.
was part of
Peacocks are very psychedelic birds.
Roll
Yeah.
your
Troy the man-
disposition skill.
disposition skill. I'm rolling as a 10.
10. Predator.
Oh, this
So,
is so funny.
you are at the top of the food chain. You get acrobatics, athletics, perception, and stealth.
Okay. That's funny.
There's got to be some kind of 60s song lyric about a mean bird.
Right?
Right.
They weren't talking about birds. Yeah.
All right, for Avian Powers, you get talons just off the bat. So you've got claws you can scratch with.
Okay. Rolling
And roll a d20 to figure out what kind of bird you are.
4.
All right, a 4. You are a falcon.
Oh,
Or some
okay.
kind of bird of prey, but your powers
Right.
are fast flight, keen eyesight, and you have a sonic scream.
Which still could be a peacock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cone area affliction.
All
Anyone who's
right.
ever heard a peacock.
They're
scary
awful.
sounding birds.
They sound like a baby.
The bird is
The
the
bird is the word.
Oh no. Who did it? Who did it?
Haven't you heard, Troy?
No, I have not. I refuse to hear. I like this. The disco dance floor.
So yeah, your skills are. What do we have here? You've got insight, perception, treatment. So you're our villain team medic,
Okay.
and acrobatics, athletics, perception, and stealth.
I like it. I'm
And
looking.
you
I'm
have
trying
a
to look at.
sonic scream. You can fly. I think the Sonic Scream Plus flight kind of necessitates Rocking Robin.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like Rockin' Robin, but how do I appear physically? Am I a big bird or am I just a bird of normal?
That's up to you. You could just
That's up
be
to
a
you. What do you
guy
think?
in a bird costume with, big wings, or
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
transform into a bird man or a man bird or
A merd, if you
Or a
will.
Birdman bird.
A Birdman bird. That's what I'm
you
gonna
could
do.
just turn into like a 5-foot tall songbird
I think that's
with
it.
a pompadour hairdo.
That's
Right.
it. I like it.
I guess
I
like
like
it.
are 50s, aren't they?
That's not Rockadoodle. I know what this is.
This is good. Okay. I like it. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I'm probably always a bird. I
So
think
you've
that's
just permanently been fused with like
yeah.
bird essence.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and I'm motivated to
That's
change myself, and to try to get back to being human or to be able to switch
Ooh.
back and forth, and so
Blackbird.
yeah, it's
David
good.
Bodie suggested Blackbird.
Oh, that's good. That's
Mhm.
good.
The phrase "always a bird" sounds like a complication right there.
I do. This is kind of fun. I like the idea of sort of that morning star with a chain instead of a spiky ball. It's a disco ball, sort of like Kill Bill. That kid, when she's walking around, just swinging that, the morning star on a chain. That was pretty intense. But
What's this character's motivation?
I think the motivation is that I want to. I mean, because I'm hanging around with scientists, right? I mean, aren't the bulk of us? Aren't you like
No.
no?
Vespa's
No.
got some mystic knowledge.
Oh.
Avant-Garde is a chemist, but that's about it. And
Okay.
and
And Steve, you're a yellow
Yellow
submariner.
Submariner.
Yellow Submariner is just like a jarhead.
No, he's just a
Yeah.
thug, pretty much.
Okay, yeah. So I'm wondering if my motivation is okay. So I'm a falcon. It's
Yeah,
the
you don't
60.
have to be a falcon. It's just that's the category of powers you've ended up with.
Yes.
You're like
Okay.
a very
You're a raptor.
direct- Yeah.
A raptor. Okay, yeah. Because I really do like the idea of the peacock because I've
Hmm.
sort of egoistic and I've got like my feathers and I can kind of use them to sort of whatever obfuscate
Mhm.
things and I think my motivation is to become the most beautiful bird. Like yes, I am the pretty bird. And so I'm filled with jealousy. I'm seeking a dominance at the top of the beautiful pretty bird pile. Osprey. What does an osprey look like? Crow, no. I almost went with crow. I didn't because it's tropey, but also I love crows. I'm a huge fan of crows. I have crows that visit me in the backyard here, and they
Mhm.
provide a bird of paradise. Isn't that a plant?
I mean, that's
Isn't that a flower?
it's both, but remember,
Ah.
we're trying for like a 60s mod team.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Well, and I think too, like if we're looking at like fashion, and if I'm a kind of this peacock, I could, if I can switch back and forth, maybe I'm not hindered, but if I can switch back and forth, I can have like a bouffant and sort of that mod dress, and just sort of look
Mhm.
peacocky colored, and
Mhm.
the
Now I'm starting to get a very colorful version of the Silver Swan.
Yeah.
Troy, what if you were picked on as a kid and you made a wish to become beautiful and they turned you into a peacock man?
okay.
I like that.
Like it's a curse. I like
Right.
it. I like that. I like that. And so I just got a chip on my shoulder anyway.
Mhm.
And gotcha. And maybe I'm just I like it. One of my
Well, and
complications.
now all of the beautiful people that taunted you before are going to pay.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
So you probably used some kind of weird artifact or did this at some kind of mystic site
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
that was
I think-
dedicated to a peacock god or
Oh, sure.
Hera?
Sure.
Sure.
Hera is a peacock goddess
Yeah.
Oh.
A vengeful peacock goddess at that.
who hates pretty people.
oh yeah.
Nice. Okay. Oh, well, then why not? And so then,
Alright.
will I be beholden to Hera, and do I have to,
As beholden as any villain is to their
fair enough.
Patron deity.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, I like it. A
But again,
toodaloo.
we need like a good 60s tie-in. What are the names for those styles of fashion from the 60s?
I would say like mod definitely 60s style uh let's see. Yeah, so we were looking at oh gosh, some of these are just so whoa. Um yeah, so looks like okay, lots of leopard print, lots of mod stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I guess there really
Tie-dye?
was a lot of leopard print back in the day. A
Tie?
lot of slick fabrics.
There is a fashion style from the 60s called Peacock Revolution.
That's a great name.
Yeah. I'm here for that.
Peacock Revolution
And best
is an
of all,
amazing
it's a
name
men's
for-
style.
Oh, that's so oh my goodness.
Oh. So what other complications do you have besides you're always a Birdman and you're vain? Are those it? Do you have
I
any weaknesses or fears or
That's why I was
insecurities?
trying to tie into Hera if there were any kind of like, if
Yeah.
there's some kind of if I have to do things based on sort of this mission that I'm on. Oh yeah, great. Yeah, tie-dye colors for sure.
Mhm.
But Peacock Revolution is just phenomenal. I'm gonna share the screen real quick because wow.
Oh, no.
Wowzers. Wow. Definitely everybody needs to see this. But yeah, so I think maybe that's it too. Like what would Hera have me do? You know what I mean? Like what would be the
Oh, probably take revenge against straight men, like philandering
Mhm.
straight men.
oh
Pretty much.
got you. And here all I wanted was to be a philandering straight man, and now I have to be this, I love
Right?
it.
Irony of
Troy, I
ironies.
totally believe you wanted to be a philandering straight man.
Right? Let's see. What am I doing here? Share the screen.
Hera changed you to teach you a lesson, but you got the wrong lesson.
Right. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is all very orange, and let me get there. But yeah, I like this. I like the. I kind of want to dress like this in real life. Let's see. Window.
What have we inspired?
I know, right? Lucky we don't share an office yet.
Well, he's looking for that. I've been sitting on this the whole time, but I want this martial artist that Steve rolled up to be named Go-Go and have a kick-based fighting style.
Okay, I like it.
Here for it.
Oh, that's...
I mean,
yes, you
Yeah.
have to be a peacock in a sharp suit with... Are those suede pants?
I think that they are.
I believe they are.
Crushed,
Oh my god,
crushed
yes.
velvet.
Crushed velvet. Yeah.
Crushed velvet
Oh my
pants.
goodness.
Puffy shirts.
Yes.
Yep.
Puffy shirts
Yep.
and crushed velvet pants and scarves.
Oh yeah.
And a giant peacock feathered cape.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So here's a question. Aspic is a color and a meal?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just looking
Why
at one of
not?
these. Yeah, I
It
was
is
looking
a
at
food.
someone
sort
said
of.
a dandy in aspic, and it was a picture of John Lennon in kind of yellowish, but I wasn't. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, I've never heard that word before in my life, Troy.
Oh, you haven't? Oh gosh.
No.
We need to, when we do the big
Alright.
Green Running get together, we'll have to make you dinner. We'll have to make you a
We
special.
will expand your vocabulary.
All right, so we actually do need to wrap up, but
My
we're
gosh,
gonna
Yes, we do.
we're gonna take some
3:05.
basic descriptions and wrap these stat blocks up for all of our patrons and put them up on the Patreon later this week. I'm afraid they're not going to come with art, so you're going to have to supply your own by Googling Peacock Revolution.
Right?
And
I
then,
like it.
keep your eyes on the Patreon, and we will have a villain team for you to use. Oh gosh, we never really came up with a name for the team.
We'll let it
Right.
marinate, and we can
The
surprise
Mod
folks.
Mob?
The Mod Mob. Okay,
Uh,
all right.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll workshop it and figure
We'll
something
workshop
out. If
it.
you have a suggestion, email it to letsplay@greenronin.com.
That's
and
right.
Troy will tell you you're brilliant.
I will.
Right.
I will reply. You are brilliant. I will do that. If you send an email to Let's Play a Green Ronin, I will reply and say you're brilliant. Regardless of the
You will.
idea. Yeah, I will do that. But also, hey, stay tuned for this Thursday. I believe yes, this Thursday. I was like, I know the holidays are near. I can smell them.
Right.
But you'll check us out. Owen, Casey Stevens, and I get together for Thurstage, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But yeah, holy crap, we're 6 minutes after. I want to thank
Right.
our three friendly fan favorites, Steve, Alex, and Crystal. Thank you so much, and everybody in the chat as well. This was a lot of fun. We'll come back with some more details and info on these folks for the Patreon, and we will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.